All right, Blue Nemesis, we got our exhaust system out from underneath the car for the cats. So this is where we're at right now. Only tips I could tell you. There's a couple different ways to do it when you're underneath the car. There's a cross member you might take out. You might not have to take out. I didn't take it out because it wasn't necessary. So I wasn't going to take out anything that I didn't need to. The very important tips I would say is when you're disconnecting your O2 sensors, be really careful with the wires, not to bend them or catch them in like hard twists. You want to, when you're twisting the O2 sensor out, you want to make sure that you're paying attention actually where the wires meet the actual sensor, that they're not actually binding and twisting the actual wire themselves. They should be all moving as a whole, and they should be overlapping each other and making like a tight knot where you see inside. It should be like a loop where the thing is curling up or coiling up, but not any tight knots where you twist it and next you know there's a tight kink inside the line that could damage the wires, and they're expensive, so don't damage them. But basically that's the only tip. Taking out the sensors, use like a tool like this just to pull it. It's a pain in the booty cheek just to get to it, but once you get to it, it's not bad. And then those couplings are right there on the one side, on my passenger side. The bolt was rusted, the head stripped out, and then I had to try to cut the head off, and then the way it's threaded in there, that wouldn't work as well. So I ended up, here it is right here, I ended up having to take the grinder and pretty much cut through right here where they're together, and I just cut it off, popped the band, and the band is still in pretty good condition. I didn't mess the band up too much, so I'll probably be able to reuse the band and just get new hardware. On the driver's side, the actual bolt that goes to connect, I think is the inside bolt. That one happened to snap when I was going to take it off, so unfortunately I'm going to have to get underneath there before I can put these back on and get that piece out. And most likely it's gonna be maybe trying to put some heat on it with a torch and then getting it off of there. Hopefully it won't be too big of a fucking headache. If it's so, then I might end up having to drill it out or something, but we'll get to that point later. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. Other than that, we're ready to go. I just marked them really quick before I start messing with them. I'll put a D for the driver's side, P for the passenger side, and then what you're gonna do is, what I'm gonna do is, I'll take a look real quick. So basically, I want to keep the same angles whenever I remove this catalytic converter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me some wire, some firm wire. I'm going to say like a clothes hanger, like an old school clothes hanger, and a metal hanger. Or you can go and get some thicker wire that's bendable. It'd be a lot easier to do. You can get even some copper wire, like you use for some copper. Probably be easy to bend too. You want something that's going to be rigid where you can bend it and it'll hold its shape. So basically all I'll do is I'll take it like from here, and I'm going to scrap the wire to here, bring it out, and then I'll take it, because I got to clear this, so I'll take the wire, wrap it around, come out straight, and then come across, go back, wrap it around, and then on here I'll make angles. I'll make take a marker, make like let's say a plus sign, and then I'll make another one notch over here to where I know exactly where this pipe lines up on the new line, if you get what I'm saying. So there's a mark here and there's a mark here. When I go to put it back together, this position match up with these positions. I know I'm keeping the same geometry that we got going on right now when we take this out. And then we're gonna have a bong, O2 bong, on our new stainless steel piping that we're gonna use to spice this to here, and we'll weld it up all nice and pretty and get it all shiny. Same thing for that side. And then once we get it, we got to keep the same geometry that we have going on here. Once we get it all, we'll mount it back in, and it's going to be smooth sailing. For it's going to be way quicker putting it back in than it is taking it out. So I'll cut you guys back on when as I'm modifying this, and I'll show you guys what it looks like.